Hi, welcome to Ring Two Bells, and as promised, I have a Grey's Anatomy video game review for you. Let me just quickly get the specs out of the way. You need 4.7 gigabytes free to play this game. You should have above a Vista. It's because this is the PC version. You should have above a Vista. I think everybody has above Vista at this point, or a Vista itself. That should work. And it is rated T for teen for alcohol references, sexual themes, and blood. Who is in this game? I recently started watching Grey's Anatomy, so like maybe 2 seasons back, so I have no idea who some of these people are. Izzy is back in, you've got George O'Malley, Han is in it also. So if you miss these people, they are in this game and you get to play as them for some of the stories. Okay, so I call this a review a teaser simply because I've only played till about halfway through the game, episode 4, and I'm not even sure how many episodes there are. The guide doesn't really tell you much. It doesn't really tell you much of anything. That's one thing that I didn't quite like about the game, but the fact that the guide it tells you the basics, and that's about it. There are no cheats for this game. Why would you need cheats for a Grey's Anatomy video game? At first, I was insulted. I was like, really, though? Like, this is the kind of gameplay you're gonna give me? But by episode 4, like, there was a moment where I spent on this one, like, mini-game. It's comprised of mini-games. So, you start off as Meredith Grey, episode 1, which is basically your training episode. And you do different procedures. You do surgery, you interact with people, and you have choices with which one you're going to pick, but how you pick the choice is the minigame. So some of the minigames, the more you go in the game, you get hard. Like, I feel weird saying that. This game is hard, but there are some hard points, and I was looking for cheats online, but there are no cheats, so good luck to you. I recommend getting a mouse if you don't have a mouse, because that might help. I actually bought a mouse today, and hopefully I will see if that helps me play the game a little bit better. But I was so frustrated. I was yelling and thanking God when I got some of these mini games. As far as the story, if you are a Grey's Anatomy fan, you're gonna actually like the story. I know I like the story, and that's the reason why I keep playing past the annoying freaking mini games, because I want to know what's going to happen in the story. The game teases you and say, like, you can, play and influence love life and friendships and crises, and that's partly true. Basically, in the gameplay, there are choices, like I mentioned earlier. In these choices, you can pick, there is a right choice and then there's a wrong choice. If you pick the wrong choice, you still get led to the right choice anyway. So, like, I have been playing where I'm going to pick the wrong choice because the right choice is going to be made for me by the game. But there is a storyline, and you will follow the storyline regardless of what choice you make. The only thing that influences your storyline is the game, like the mini games. But even then, it's not really influencing anything. It's just, it really doesn't influence anything. It's just a means to get through the story. What is the story? The story in this game is there is a crisis. Right? The synopsis says a deadly outbreak has struck Seattle Grey's hospital, putting everyone's lives at risk. Like I said earlier, the first episode is basically an overview, teaching you how to play the game. You're getting used to the controls, blah blah blah, the choices, this, that, and the other. So it's chill. When you get to the second episode, that's when it hits, and that's when the characters come to life. And speaking of the characters, they are in fact voiced by their respective people. I can close my eyes and hear Bailey speaking when Bailey is speaking on the screen, so that's kind of cool. I like that they took time to do that. Do I recommend this game? I do.